original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll start off with a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that...
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see if he can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
They'll hand it off. And they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A 1st down drop here in the middle of the field. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Well, they tried to grind that out for those 2 yards, and they came up just short. I'm talking inches short. You know the players are going to say, hey, Coach, let's go for it. We can make it. We can make it. It's 4th down in inches. Get behind that line and go for it.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Now a crucial 3rd down and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So instead of a chip shot attempt for a 2-score lead, they keep the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Boy, do I love watching this guy play the game. You know, you get caught up in his ability to throw the football, but you get into a situation where it's 4th down and goal. I love that his legs are a threat. This time he finds his way into the end zone for 6 points.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? He hands it off from the gun.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Caught quickly. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
First down, looking to throw the football. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver makes the catch, and now the defense able to bring him down. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Can they keep this drive going, try to convert on third down now? It's a shotgun run call. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Important second down play coming up. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, LSU. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
That completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He has first down yardage at the 46.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down, and I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Same tailback, another carry. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Catch made across the middle by the running back. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. It'll be a 26-yard attempt, should be automatic. The field goal is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. That last possession produced a field goal, but more importantly, it milked the clock. And they do that again. Here comes the handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Not much on that play, brought down short. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
They'll run it here. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. A handoff from the shotgun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Complete with the running back, but can he get there? They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game status before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
No gain there. Ball will be spotted at the 2 again.
Smart of the offense, keep the ball on the ground, try to keep working that clock. The defense needs a stop if they want to give their offense any chance at a late comeback.
Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. Still no answer for this offense. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the beatdown continues.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And he's got his man open downfield. Worked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Touchdown, LSU. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead, throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.